So I guess, Marshall, it would depend on the temperature. It could take up to 5 minutes for that. Could take up to 5 minutes.
It's on the cold start.
Yeah.
Cold, if it's colder.
Yeah, depending on how cold the thing is. We're live. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got the control. Good.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Notifications are working. How you doing, Charlotte? Glad to hear that. Hello, Marshall.
Did you show them the front of the generator, Ilse?
What about the front?
All the hookups and stuff, all the technology on it.
Well, we're not. That's only a temporary hookup till we get the.
People that don't see that often.
Yeah.
Show them all the features of the generator.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You got your meter here. That's for got your change oil, spark plug, air filter. Got all these things on there. I don't know what that is.
Those your hours.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly.
Fuel level.
Change oil, spark plug, air filter, some counters.
How you doing,
Fuel
Bundy?
level,
Hey, how you doing,
your
Darren?
power consumption level, power switch, AC reset button.
We're on eco mode right
We're
now.
on eco right now. This is off eco.
Let's go in and test our stuff then. We're on temporary hookup. We've ordered a 20 amp angle plug that'll go in flat there so that the door can close on this.
USB.
Yeah, USB port for charging.
Right there. What is this for? DC 12 amp, 8.3
Just a
volts.
different takeoff of these 8.3 amps. That'll explode your phone if you ever put it into that.
You ever put it into that?
Yeah, it's only 2 amps is the top
That's
one.
your 20 amp.
20 amp, this is what's coming. A 20 amp twist lock with a flat head on it. How you doing, Johnny West?
Breakers here.
Hey,
27
Maggie.
amp and 20 amp. I should have before.
They would be tripped if they went.
Parallel.
they'd be,
What is it? What are these for here?
If you want to ground your unit, you know, at a campsite or something for
Okay,
extra
I want to ask you.
protection.
I was going to ask you this question. If I want to charge my battery using this, how do you do it? I want to
You
charge my
plug your
battery.
charger into, plug your charger in here, right?
What if I want to jump the vehicle?
I don't think it doesn't, it's not a capacitor. It's not going to have the
It's not
charge
gonna jump
power.
it, but I can
It'll
charge
never,
the battery.
You can charge it, but it'll never act like a jump
Oh,
start.
like a jump start. Okay.
Because it doesn't have a big, enormous capacitor.
Awesome.
Hello, Sean.
So if you want
How
to
you
charge it,
doing?
you just hook your charger onto it, right?
Darren's working a double today. Man, you don't want that on a Friday night. That rags you out. Let's test your heat strip and everything else before I do the final bonding here. All right, our lights on here. We are on.
I guess again.
Now this switch will automatically go over to shore power too, so we got no issues. We dub all of our checking. You can come in and test some things, Marshall. You've taken your microwave out once again instead of letting it sit up there on. We could just access it and use it.
I just wanted more power there, so right now I'm on 8.
Yeah, we have a, no fear, I've built a dowel construction box that goes over top of the generator. But I've been accessing it a lot here. We're about to change over the, yeah, it's nice. I wouldn't put the compressor on. I wouldn't put the compressor on. Because it's too cold for the, it's not going to trigger.
Okay.
What we want to do
Microwave?
now, let's go and look at your shore power cord and what the problem we have with that is. So, okay. This is kind of a, not, I wouldn't say it's highly dangerous, but it's something that should be taken care of, because after a while these wear out. You want to show them what the problem is on your...
We'll show them,
no, not the new one. Let's show the old one. We're trying to just wrap up the electrical here.
Right.
It's going to get real cold
So
real
here's
fast. We have an issue here with the head, and at any time that could short out in there.
Yeah, because you could get water in there and stuff like that. So
yeah, you can run the generator with the box over it. That's the way it was designed. He ran all through Yuma and everywhere else in the rain and everything else with that.
Yep.
So let's show the new
cord.
The new cord here. Yeah, because today I want to finish the electrical work.
25, 30 amp, 25
30 amp.
cord.
This is a 10-3, 10 gauge, 3-wire with the ground. So we're going to run that into the converter box, and you can see it's got the nice, new head on it.
Yeah.
Here, which looks really nice.
Yep, nice head. Yep.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that thing shorting out.
Water intrusion. Yep.
So.
Okay.
I'm going to go in here. We're going to cut the power in a minute. We're going to remove the old shore power, and we're going to put the new one in. We're going to test that, okay? So I'm going to work from the inside, and when I tell you, you're going to pull out the shore power cord. You're going to feed me the new one in, and we're going to take it from there. So I think you can go ahead and shut the power off there, yeah. Okay, so I want to finish this box work here, because I have to tape up all of these feeds, and now I've got to undo, because we're going to be changing this one right here and running through the side of the coach. So I'm going to try to get you guys in a position where you can let's see if we put this up here so you guys can kind of monitor that a little bit. Sunny day, nice, but it gets cold really fast here, and I want to be done. I don't want to be working late. I've got a cake to bake tonight for Australia. Hope you guys will be there tonight on the McNamara channel. Try to raise a few dollars for Australian fire relief. Okay. All right, Marshall. Screwdrivers. I need my big yellow screwdriver.
Yeah, I thought I saw that around here. On the table there.
Okay. I hope you all are having a good day.
Those wire nut things, or what do you need? You got, there's your yellow screwdriver.
Yeah. So I'm going to go up. It'll be a couple minutes, and you're going to pull that and then feed the new feed. And I'm going to need the electrical tape too.
Thought you had that in there. That's not your leg right there.
Okay.
Some whatever else you need.
Yeah, I'm just going to need your help to pull this out of the coach here. It's a very heavy cable here. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Thanks for being along. Okay, should be able to get that through. What I'm doing is breaking the landline connection now here. And I have to take it off the ground bar here too. So, alright, so let's do that. Let's break these connections. I guess I need that little screwdriver, that thin blade. Is that around? Here it is, I got it. Let's break this off the ground bar here.
Tell you what, it's been a heck of a job.
It's been a heck of a job, but you've got first class.
Yeah.
You got you got state of the art. You got state of the art wiring now. On here, you got a generator with a nice time delay, so that your converter box has time to examine the power and make sure it's clean enough to use. All right, Marshall. So here we go.
Ready to pull that out?
Yeah, I got to undo some cable. I got some.
Let me open up that little
Hold
hatch,
on a minute, man, 'cause I got some stuff going on here. Hold on. I got some cable clamps too, so you're gonna have to hold on, Marshall.
I just don't want to break this hatch, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna have to remove this one. You're gonna have to get your set. We got one I guess we can pull this through. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Yeah, don't break the thing.
Yeah,
okay?
that's what I'm saying. I've lifted it up because it's kind of flimsy and stuff.
Okay. All right. Here comes your cable. All right. You can pull that through.
Pull it now?
Yep. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Ooh. Just don't fly an airplane into a mountain. Ooh. Sunshine.
I guess I'll put the, you want to go from the inside in or which way, Rose?
This thing's doing here? What the heck is this? Hold on, Mark. I got some other screwball piece here. What is this? Oh, we don't need that. That was the water tank sensors. So.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a minute before. I want to make sure this is going to be a clear path because this thing's going to come in and out a lot.
Right, yeah.
Okay, not a lot. Let's make sure our ground strap is down. All right, so go ahead and feed that in now.
From the outside?
Yeah, it's got to be from the outside.
Now this head, oh, okay, it's got to be from the outside. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Let me go from the
You got to put the end I cut on the internal here. It's electricity class 101 here, boys and girls. All right. Yeah, I'm making sure it's all clear so when it goes in it's not going to be snagging on a million things. We've got the grounding. Yeah, hold on a minute. I'll pull it through. All right, that's enough there. That's good. That's all I need. Because I have to feed it down. I got to feed it down through the box. I went to a grounding party to see some of my
water
old
relief,
friends.
huh, Rosie?
What a relief to finally be wrapping up all this stuff.
Yeah.
You should be happy to have a new landline thing that you don't have to worry about. Memories were all I sang. I'd rather drive a truck 'cause it's all right now. I learned my lessons well. All right, there we go. Let's put enough through here to work with. I hope that's enough that I can work with there.
Now that this is wrapped up, we pretty much wrapped all the 120 of it. There ain't nothing left.
There ain't nothing left for the 120.
Only thing is basically just the LED lights, and
you have to make sure this is rated for RV, and you have to make sure it's 10-3, 10 gauge wire, 3 conductor, hot neutral ground.
Rosie,
Not a 4 conductor, not a 7 conductor.
Are we,
30 amp rated.
I think those nuts that hold that plate on there, I think we're missing some side panels on that thing, right?
What, this?
Yeah.
They're all laying all over here.
Oh, okay. Is that just one plate on the back of that thing?
Yeah, it's one plate with 4 screws.
Remember we had a hard time getting those screws out? We cut ourselves up. Remember that?
Which thing? I've cut myself up so many times in this operation. It's a wonder I'm still breathing. All right, that's all clamped in. So there's our secondary source. Now we can go ahead and start doing our hookups here. We're going to hook up our hot first, which is the blacks. And we need to, since this is shore power, this is pure power.
I want to make...
yeah, then we'll do your videos today. So
Today?
Well, whenever you want to do it.
Okay. I want to make a video on the converter box. And is it better to make a video on them separately, Rosie, or together?
Well,
I think the converter box should be a
See,
separate... I'm just saying for...
yeah.
Or is it better to have...
We have to make sure that the ground is bonded here on the on the bar. I'm about to get a cramp in my leg. Oh, just too old for this jive. Shucking and jiving, Marshall.
Huh? Do they use these in homes, Rosie?
If you're going to have a generator for supplemental power in case of power outages and stuff, you need a way to rationally, because the power is going to come back on sometime. You got to make sure you're not going to put 2 feeds of power in series, which would suddenly make everything 240. And you better have real good breakers.
So they don't use these in houses then, huh?
Well, if you have a generator that's wired in for emergency power, you would have to have some type of switch, because who knows when the power is going to come back on, right?
Right.
And when the power suddenly comes on,
it'll flip your breakers.
Yeah,
right?
well,
it'll be overload.
If you're unlucky, your house will immediately catch fire. Every wire in the house will be glowing like a Christmas tree. Okay. It ain't no joke, man. Ain't no joke. Is that going to make the bar? Yeah, that's going to make the bar there. That's the thing. People got to understand the difference between wiring in series and wiring in parallel. When you want to add a second engine battery, that's wiring in parallel. You're not doubling the voltage, you're doubling the capacity of the carrying capacity. Very important difference between the two.
Does this thing need to be taped up, Rosie? The end of this thing?
Yeah, it's all going to be taped up, Marshall. It's all going to look really official.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, I've never learned more about wiring, electrical, in my life. This has been
education par excellence.
When Rosie used to talk about electrical, I didn't really understand. A lot of people do a lot of solar videos and 12 volt. They don't talk about 120 a lot.
Yeah, because I don't mess around with. I want good, strong power, man. I don't want to mess with. I have no interest in solar power. I know that's going to break a lot of people's hearts when I'm down in the desert. They want to get all their stuff done.
Solar.
I'm going to need to bring a little more of this cable.
Okay. Let me punch a little more in, man.
Well, yeah, not from your end, from this box. I mean, I can't reach the ground bar. Oh, I don't need any more. I need it from here, not there.
Is that good?
Yeah, hold on a minute. I'm fixing the other one first to be able to do the other one. Yeah, I don't need it from your end. I need it here at the box. Nice day today, huh? But man, once that sun goes down, forget about it.
Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal last night. Shoot.
Good thing bikini bacon tonight to heat it up, man.
How long you gotta wait for that cake to cool down before
you I don't know. Let's get us a little more wire in here. I need to make sure that the ground connection is going to reach over here. I don't like to have a lot of loose extra wire in the box. Remember, they used to run the water tank right next to this.
Yeah, you know, I've seen some of these, they put them on the generator compartments outside. That's nuts, right? To put it outside. On some of the coaches, they couldn't.
Well, as JK NoCal says, you got to stick it in where you can fit it in, man.
But when they put them outside, I see that the
pink and wet.
The cords are armored. When I see them outside, they'll armor them. Instead of the rubber, you'll see the armored.
We're gonna have a hard time stretching this. Hope we can make this here. Put that down on the ground bar there. Like brain surgery, right, Marshall?
Yep. You ever got into computer upgrade or repair, Rosie?
No.
No? Never interested?
Only for stuff I've found on throwaways on the side of the road. Did some motherboard repairs
on a
and
desktop?
Stuff.
Have you ever opened up a laptop?
My very first video on YouTube was, I was there with my tits hanging out talking about a computer that somebody threw out.
Oh.
All right, I think that's grounded good enough there. I got one more connection to make here, then we have to put our 3-minute timer on here. Actually, this will be instantaneous for.
Oh,
yeah, I want to test this before I do the final takedown. I'm going to test it both ways.
All right. Stop. What is that thing called? Stopwatch?
It's a stopwatch. Yeah. We're timing our time till the generator's always. It's on a time delay.
Okay. Oh, start.
Just make sure we got. You always like to visually check everything.
Oh, stopwatch. Sure I got it on mine too, so I can do the stopwatch on mine.
Ground bar over there. All right, go ahead and let's use your adapter now and plug in to shore power.
Shore power?
Yeah, your cord's been changed over.
I'm going to plug it in now, Rosie.
You got your proper adapter on?
Yep, I got the adapter. I'm plugging in a wall now here.
Okay.
Just plugged it in.
So come on in and test your heat strip on your. Make sure we're drawing enough current here.
All right. Yeah, it's going on.
Okay, you got it on high heat.
Yeah, it's just one. It's just one level of heat. There's no other option.
Right.
It's just low heat. That's all it is. A fan.
Now let's disconnect your shore power now and let's go to generator power and we'll time ourselves to see how long.
Okay.
Okay. Before we go do our final close up and tape down here and everything, kind of really tighten down these wire nuts.
Do you hear that thing click when I go to shore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a second for it to click, secondary click. It's 2 relays in here.
Okay, let me hook
Primary
up the, now we're going to hook up the generator, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that could take up to 3 minutes to come on.
Stopwatch.
And that's the new, that's the old cord. Don't be confused what you're hooking up. Okay?
Yeah, I know. I just hooked up the old one. Yep,
right.
The other one is
right.
disconnected. All right, I'm gonna start, Rosie.
Take up to 3 minutes.
Should go on about.
Take up to 3 minutes to come on.
Got the timer on.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Just hopefully today's gonna finish all the. How you doing, everybody? Hopefully, this is gonna complete the electrical today.
136.
Side in. That's
should go on between 1 and 3 minutes, sir.
Yep.
It's
So I'm
already
gonna come
hot, so it
outside.
should be working on.
How you doing, Harvey?
56. I guess it's just checking it.
Hey, Missy, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah, it's checking it. It could take a while. Because it has to, the converter box has
Converter box is
integrated
checking.
circuit that's fact checking the conditioned power to make sure it's okay.
Change anything, even if you got a new box.
No, it's
It would
fine. A
still-
new box ain't gonna do
That ain't
anything.
gonna-
So you're all set. Now you got a new port, Marshall. What do you think? Huh?
Yeah.
Just like that. How easy was it to change that?
I'm not going to use that often, but
But
this.
I'm just saying, now you don't have the safety issue I do with the owner repair.
It could have been. Could have been fixed. I guess you could use this for the owner, right?
When I get the owner working and tied into the range of power grid.
Well, you know what
Marshall's like, you get a payoff, you get to own a generator.
Well, I think
Take it out, it's about $1 an hour you earn, you know?
I think what you need to do at the owner end is fix it and put it on eBay. You can sell it on eBay. It's hard to sell it on Craigslist. There's just not many watchers. You have to put it on eBay. Fix it up and.
Did you try your microwave on the generator?
No, I didn't. It should work if the AC's working.
Well, yeah, but you didn't have the AC, you had a heat strip on it. Your
Right.
microwave's the maximum draw item.
maximum,
You
okay.
should have
Okay.
run that on the thing.
Okay.
Because
I'll try the
before I go
microwave.
tape all the connectors and finish up,
Okay.
I want the microwave to run, so if you got a cup of coffee or something to heat up.
Let's do that then.
How you doing, everybody? Yeah, I hope Missy's dad does better. That's a terrible situation. Looks like we're going to Las Vegas, guys.
Did it do a time delay on yours?
No, I don't have a... No, I had real
Oh,
old...
you put in the new system on yours. It didn't have a time delay.
No, I had old school stuff,
But you put a new converter.
That was 4 years ago or something. Mark. Things change, man. Good thing copper came down in price some, guys. So Marshall, you're officially ending the 120 work today, huh?
I'm excited about
I'm
it.
going to hear your reflections on one.
Right. We'll have a lot.
Marshall's going to have a lot to say about that.
Talk about, yeah, we'll
120. You guys can see tomorrow we're all set for Rancho Kitchen Stadium. Got some Missy Jen did a little bit. Want to make sure she doesn't overdo it. A little bit of exercise. She enjoys doing that. So and Marshall humping the wood. I hope everybody's doing good.
Bull too high.
Do you have something you can cook? A bowl of soup or something?
Now I'm just gonna put some water in there. In this bowl. Does this bowl be okay there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't you have a cup that you could put in there?
No, I don't.
Yeah, what about your glass cup?
What glass cup?
Your big glass
That
mug.
ain't gonna fit in there. It's too high. You gotta have something close.
Man, you use your own bowl. Don't use mine.
I don't have a bowl. That's
You
all
must have a bowl. You didn't come here with no dishes at
I
all.
don't have any dishes.
Bull crap. That tells me you never cooked anything in your van,
There's nothing else for me to put in.
which is nonsense.
Unless you have a coffee mug, I've got nothing.
Gee,
else.
what would you have done if I didn't have pots and pans here?
Well, there's no way. I have nothing else. I got this wood thing here, but I'm not on that on my microwave. There's nothing else for me to touch.
Oh man, thank God I had some pots and pans. Just put it in there for a minute. Just put a little water in it. Just get it in there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This cock is like nothing in the van to cook with. Nothing. No bowls to eat ice cream out of or anything. Just put it in there for a minute. Man, you really came limping into the rancho, didn't you?
All right.
All
Let me put my stop timer on.
Okay.
Should go on faster now because don't tell me this battery's going out again.
Oh no. You got your stopwatch on? You got your timer on?
Yep.
This is temporary until we had to get it off the internet. A 20 amp twist connector here, flatty that goes in flat. Special order item.
Should be coming on. It's about between a minute. I don't know. Between 1 minute. I guess the hotter it gets.
Well, they said, yeah, it could be up to 5 minutes sometimes before it comes on. Everything is rated for the power, Evil. This is only a 15 amps. That's microwave safe. It's only a temporary till we get the flatty.
Longer, let's see. In the 150s now. One time it went out at 237, now at 234.
Could be 5 minutes, man. cooked on. How long did it take? 2 minutes?
218.
Okay, 218.
218 this time, yep.
So what are you giving, 1 minute? I'm not putting 5 minutes on that bowl.
No,
It'll crack it.
I'm going to take it out before.
Okay, but I'm talking about 1 minute, Marshall.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of bowls or anything here on the ranch. The spoons, knives were wiped out. I had more stuff when I didn't have anything, you know, living as in a boarding house in Baltimore. There's no chance of fire in here. Everything's so well done in here. Be a couple days, this will be changed out for a big 20 amp plug. Right in there. Did you turn it off? It better be off right now. Did you pull it out and see if it's hot?
It's off, yeah.
It's flashing.
I'm going to test the upper one right now.
So did you test the water to see if it's hot?
What water? Yeah, I'm going to test the upper one now. Next.
Okay, don't spill it. Here comes Jen. There goes the Missy. That laptop might be on top of the Magnavox here. I don't know. You know, I have one computer there. I thought maybe the other one is down there. I'm not sure. I'll tell you the truth, I got so many computers down here. Things are neater in here for sure, though. All right. You trying the other position?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay. I think all the breakers are on.
Huh?
Just be careful. Don't let it fall down into all that wiring bay, okay?
No, I'm putting this top on here, so.
Jalapeno cinnamon moonshine. Yeah. Well, I hope not. 'Cause I'm down a lot of teaspoons and a lot of stuff. It's like the house of vanishing here. Go away, Noodles, with your ridiculous trolling. All right. Okay. It's a new cord. All right, I'm kicking Noodles out of the chat. That's gonna be the end of this dope. Here we go. You'll have to use one of your 50 backup accounts. Here we go. Let's see here. Accounts. There we go. There's say goodbye to Noodles. You'll have to use one of your 50 backup accounts. Bye, Noodles. Hey, small town. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you, JN. I appreciate that. How you doing, Joe Smith? All right. How you doing, Uber Goober? Nice to see you, sweetie. All right. Hey James Dean, how you doing, my friend? Just doing our final testing on the hard wire here. All right, let me just sit this down here. How's it going?
I just turned the microwave on. The vent for the microwave is on this side.
That's
here.
fine, it's perfect.
Now I'm wondering if it gets hot in the back here.
No, it never gets hot enough that you
Usually
can't
really-
handle a microwave.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay, don't overcook it. How long? All you're doing is testing to see if it heats up.
I
Okay,
just put it in. Yeah.
because the bowl might not be microwave safe. I don't know.
I just put it in there. It's fine. Yeah, I just put it in there. Let's get out.
How you doing, cute kitty?
Such a big difference in the coachman here in the back as opposed to the front.
All right, that's enough. I'm not gonna have my dish cracked.
It's warm.
Let me feel it. Yeah, that's doing a good job. That's hot. Okay. So let's go ahead and do our tape down on here.
Shut that off.
I think we have a success. Hey Hop Frog, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right. Okay. All right, so you're pretty happy today, Marshall.
Yeah, we finally
Replace the shore cord, which should have been replaced a long time ago.
Right. Now, Rosie, that thing over there to let you know. You see
How you
that
doing,
thing?
JK?
That used to be for the old antenna for the CB radio. That thing on the
Okay.
rack. But that's
Where's the
obsolete.
antenna?
I chunked it. I got rid of it
Why?
because I never used it.
Yeah, but now, so why do you have a CB coming now?
Huh? I'm just
Well,
saying
you're gonna
that-
have to run the wire up again, Marshall.
Well, I'm just saying that it.
You don't expect me to do it.
Previous owners. So.
I wouldn't have thrown it away. All right, but let me go in and tape that. We're in good shape here today. All right. You didn't ask about the jacket. You made a comment about the jacket, Noodles. Big difference.
All right.
All right, so it's time to get the electrical tape out. So you're welcome into the chat, but I don't run a place where people just congregate to berate and criticize people. We've been working very hard on this this build here. Hey man, your stopwatch, your thing is still running here.
Okay.
Be careful. So I'm going to need, might as well plug into shore power now because I'm going to need the 12 volts here. I'm going to need the lights here. Hello, Jen. Nice to see you. You know, Noodles is welcome to say, but don't start engaging and fighting with the stream, okay? Always welcome here on the stream. All right, we're gonna tape up that box up now. I give a lot of leeway in the chat, but I can't tell you when my back starts to get hurt and all that. Where's the electrical tape, Marshall?
It should be in there. I didn't touch it. It's right in there somewhere. I don't know. It was right there by your leg. I didn't touch it.
There it is. Okay.
Now what I'm saying is when
We
you're
need
hooked
to
up.
tighten down. Where are those dikes? Give me your crappy lineman's dikes.
Yeah, what I was saying is when you hook up to shore power, doesn't the generator wire have to be disconnected?
Yeah, I want everything powered just while I'm working in this box. So just keep everything disconnected for a minute, okay? What I'm doing right now is tightening down the wire nuts. I want them really tight before I go get the electrical tape and tape them up here. And then we're going to close up this box and call it. It's been a long process here. What I'm doing is taping up each of these connectors. Just as anti-vibration.
I'm gonna put these here. I don't know if you're gonna need these or not.
That just came apart, that connection. That's why I like to double check stuff. That thing's not tightened enough for my liking. One thing is, yeah, we need to keep all the electrical until that replacement head. We need that screwy head for this thing. I got a high standard of how I like stuff to be when it comes to electrical. So I don't have the Assyrian lawyers after me sometime in the future. Ooh, that's much better. Hard to believe when we started this job that the water and the electrical were all together in the same bay. Here's connection number 1 is done. That's nice. And I've got these wire nuts really clamped down. I use the lineman's dikes to really lay a tightening on them. Anybody looking forward to Vegas? Vegas! Do, 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 do. I'm going to keep a track on the whole trip of how many times Marshall complains about something. That's pretty funny. You hear that, Marshall?
Yeah.
Huh?
What do you need?
I said, when I said we're going to Vegas, somebody's like, I'm going to keep a logbook of every time Marshall complains about
Complains?
anything. Marshall's like, that's what I do.
Maybe I'll just, well, maybe if we pre-plan everything, I won't have to complain, and I'll look like B-dubs then. But we have to pre-plan everything.
He could not go
But everything
one
has to,
live stream with
but everything has to be not scripted, so you guys can watch me complain. Because if everything was scripted, then you wouldn't watch me complain. So it's either we pre-script things and I don't complain and I'm like D-dubs, or it's non-scripted and I'll just complain 200 times a day.
Will do anything. He does.
Oh yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. He's
Marshall's
the go-to man.
Marshall's not the anything you want to do kind of.
Right. I'm the chronic complainer, but if we script everything, I won't look at the chronic
Marshall, you
complainer.
need to hold this one down here so I can take this.
Hold it down?
Hold this neutral wire down like this.
Okay.
Just stand over here and hold that down. Yeah, Marshall's like, man, I'll be complaining like crazy.
Well, if everything is scripted, then I won't have to come. I'll be this, like a statue. But if it's off, not scripted, then
All right, thank you.
you know.
We're gonna see if we can get those screws together now, Marshall. We're gonna try to put this.
Which screws?
The box screws for this.
Oh, those.
Yeah.
Which
they
ones?
should be- they've been kicked all around this floor for
Okay.
a week, or 2 or 3.
Are you using these little things here?
I believe that they are.
I thought some of them were like the. I don't. Let me see what.
Okay, guys, all of those connectors are taped on really well now. Okay, so we can push them into the box. And they should be definitely good to go. All right. Every time Marshall complains, make a note of it. That's funny.
Phew, finally, we're done with this, man. Phew.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Jeez.
Okay. You got our back screws?
I got some screws
Okay,
here.
well, just keep them coming. I need my Phillips, yellow Phillips.
Okay, I got it right here. There's your yellow Phillips.
Thanks, and just start handing me screws for
Okay,
this.
there's, I don't know what one you're using. There's these here.
Yeah, these are start. They're kicked all over the place in here.
Let me see what else here.
Man, I can't believe we're finally closing all this mess up. All right, give me another one. All right. Can you believe it today?
Yeah, can't believe it.
I just cannot even believe it.
What are these here?
It's been a long and
Oh, these are the
winding
clamps.
cable
Yeah,
clamps,
okay.
the big ones I
The
need.
big ones, yeah, okay. But we're done with these,
Yeah,
I think.
we're done with
We're
them.
finally.
Yeah.
Whew.
They're gonna mount on the. I guess we're gonna have to take this off to remount it, but for now we'll just close it up.
Okay.
All right, give me another screw here.
Let's seal it from
We have
dust
to
or
mount
whatever.
it from the inside. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking the other wire that's going to it.
I don't know what time it is. We could probably just start fresh on marking out what goes where right now because we totally lost the. I changed out breakers and other things to double breakers and other stuff. So.
Now that other one right there, in case, I don't know where you're going to mount this thing.
Where's the other screw?
Oh, I got one there. I'm just saying, are you going to extend that one there or not?
Which one?
That short one, or is that going to?
No, I don't need to have it extended.
Okay.
I hope I don't have to extend it because it's going to be a bear to get it through
To
that
get it
box.
in there.
I figure if they didn't have to extend it, I shouldn't have to, but maybe that's a false thinking on my part. I don't know.
I think we'll just have this sit
All
there.
right. Guess we can sweep out the coach today. All right, there it is. The box is closed, man. There it is. It should just mount into position, just like that.
See if you position and see how it looks with
Yeah,
the
we-
position.
Yeah.
Right,
You can mount it in any position.
like that?
Mount it like that, or you can mount it like this. Used to be next to it. It used to be on the side like this. So let's go ahead and retest everything one more time.
What do you mean retest? We already tested everything.
Yeah, we're going to test it now because I just taped everything up. I want to make sure I'm good. I don't want to... I test and retest every step of the way, Marshall. You know that by now. All right.
Turn it.
Okay, so we're already on
again.
No, go on shore power and we'll test everything out.
All right.
All right, we're on shore power now. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, what's happening, Kitten Cat? Kitten Cat with another happy thought. All right, looks good. I have that over there, so I think everything's good. Let's go over to a generator now. Let's cut the shore power. All right. Howdy, Kitten Cat. Officially all done, all the electrical on the coach. Electrical main system redone yet.
Oh.
So I think might have to put some butt connectors on that short run up to the 12 volts and USB up on the Diane.
Well, that was hitting the causing a short. Remember, it was hitting
I remember that.
It was hitting that cord there.
Let it run for a little bit when it comes. schematic
Wiring
down here.
diagram, schematic, and know
Yep.
where everything goes. And
Exactly what we need.
write it down as a rough
Let's throw
draft.
in the shore power now. So hold it. Let me test this one more time.
Is it working?
Yeah. Are you on eco power?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Might
put
be
it on,
enough.
put it on.
Might be enough to drive it. I don't know. I've got what fixed, Evil? Which thing? Yeah, he's going to give a discussion on that. I'm going to have a cup of coffee with Marshall and sit down. He's going to discuss what he's learned about.
What was that? What did you do?
He didn't do anything. He just kicked up to a higher heat level.
I put it on
Okay.
off. That thing takes a lot of juice.
Let's go to shore power. I'm going to get a cup of coffee and pull
You
up
got
a
it.
chair and
Is it
sit
off?
down and relax. Yeah, it's off. And we're going to talk about Marshall's theories of AC and 12 volt. They want to hear what you've learned about 12 volt and what you learned about 120 here.
That's a long. Okay.
Okay, and I'm not seeing the Cafe Bustelo or whatever coming down. Huh?
You want a cafe Bustelo?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I'll make you one.
Yeah, let me bring my cup out. It's going to be cold. I'm going to celebrate the end of the electrical here. That'd be awesome.
What a job, man.
It is a day to celebrate. A day to celebrate. Oh, man. What a job, man. What a job. Whew. Anybody looking forward to Vegas?
Let me tell you something.
Here comes Marshall. Let me tell you something, brother. Narce's on his way to California. Hard to believe that boy's coming to California again, Marshall. Narce.
Darcy?
I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I'm giving him 10 days on this job.
Okay, you know what's funny?
I'm gonna bet Marshall $100 that Narce is not gonna last 10 days on this. On this job.
Mr. X gave Narce 3 weeks on Uber, and Narce didn't even last 3 nights. He was already complaining.
Somebody puked up. In
Somebody
his,
already barfed.
Barfed in his beautiful Silverado and stuff.
Right.
This guy's got to make some coin, man. Yeah. You know, today's a day to celebrate, Marshall, today. You know, it's been a lot of work on the electrical system.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had told you yesterday that it takes time to transfer the power into the coach. So, I mean, I was confident that that wire, it's a copper wire, and it's a really nice wire. That's actually better quality than thicker gauge copper.
Well, you never really know when a cable's old and it lays in the water, starts to intrude, and you can create some internal shorts in that over time.
In the cable? But it
So
was
you
sealed.
never really know. Yeah, it's sealed, but still over time with pulling and other things in and out of boxes. And
Now, the good thing about what we have here is I have two cables. So say if I have problems with this old cable, I can always bring out the other cable, which is brand new,
you can always
and
take
hook
your
up
shore power cable and hook
it
into
up
your
over here,
generator,
and now
too.
you have two instead of one, which is nice.
It's just not internal, but it's nice.
But it's, you know, so that's a good thing. That's a positive. I think that when it comes to all this technical stuff, Rosie needs to make some pre-recorded. Like you need to.
Well, I wanted you to be able to make the content to be able to put on your channel, that you can step by step explain how you cut over a converter box.
Right. I need to have.
What's different from the old style to the new style?
Right.
In other words, single point grounding instead of multi-point grounding.
Right.
You know, more of a time delay. I had no time delay on my generator.
Yeah, no.
Either one of my generators was instantly connected into the AB switch. This modern converter box is working in conjunction with the AB switch to sense
what's going on.
I think when it's reached a point where the power is stable enough coming in that it can allow that to go
turn over. Exactly.
Air conditioners are very sensitive to low voltage, and you can really.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, bacon tonight. Well, we're doing it's not going to be a boiled steak. I got some nice steak for tomorrow night. I'm going to use the skillet tomorrow night. Marshall's going to deep fry some, first time using a deep fryer. We got a lot of potatoes, russet potatoes.
Russet, yeah.
So it'll be some good eats tomorrow night.
Yeah, we better get started off early because it gets cold.
Well,
fast.
I like to be out with the fire and sitting out.
But
the problem we're gonna have to, not outside tonight. Tonight's Friday. So
you're not
Saturday,
are you cooking tonight?
No,
oh,
Saturday.
No, Saturday.
Yeah. Problem is it's gonna be too windy and cold tonight to be out here to cook. Anything surprise you about this job?
Well, I just think that the people, the majority. When I'm talking about making content, the people majority-wise that watch live, they watch it because of the entertainment aspect.
The interaction.
The interaction aspect, the entertainment aspect. But when it comes to...
this is pink, yeah.
When it comes to doing more of a technical tutorial type of video, you have to do pre-recorded. Because it's a whole different audience. You know what I'm saying? It's more of an audience towards men.
Yeah, some notorious goofball in Canada said today that on another stream that my cooking was horrendous.
That your cooking was horrendous?
Imagine that with a loser. Well, the person's been a loser for a long time, but it's just funny, you know. But you know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. I've enjoyed the meals that have been kicked out of here, no matter what they were. I've had a good time. And none of us claim to be professional chefs.
We're just experimenting.
We're experimenting and having fun with one skillet.
One thing
meals,
to the other.
So.
Exactly.
That's it.
But I just think that audience, like I said, one thing is entertainment, another thing is content. So,
But as far as the 120 and versus the 12 volts, you see why I like 120. The dependability, to me,
Right.
12 volt can be highly dangerous.
Highly dangerous.
People undersize the wire size.
Right.
You can have shorts easy. Like metals. You always, it's no problem. It's only 12 volts, but
120 is much more stable and stronger.
12 volts can 12-volt wire can burn up like.
But when you're
nothing.
living this lifestyle, when you're doing this life, you're mainly dependent upon the 12 volts more than 120. You want to be dependent upon the 12 volts more than the 120. 120 is just for emergency when you're doing this life. You need the 12 volts. People are using the 12 volts for refrigerators. They're using it for
Are you
cooking.
having any
They're
second
using it.
thoughts about solar now that you're tied in on your stealth generators, all fully self-contained in the rig, or you still want that? Still want solar?
Well, think about it in the long run, Rosie. Think about it in the long run.
Well, I know the long run,
think
but
about it in the
you
long
take
run
the
of things.
capital cost
Right.
of solar, a good quality, not a crappy inverter, a good quality inverter,
Right.
a good quality charge controller, 3 or 4 good quality batteries,
Right.
panels, and then you got to tie it in. Somebody's got to come and actually tie that into
Tied
your.
that in. Yeah, it's a huge thing.
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing, yeah.
Now, how much are you saving? I'm not sure. To me, when Chris Travels was a big advocate of solar on top of his school,
On top of
okay, but once he got down to the southwest, and there were stretches down there of no sun at all for 10, he was cooked.
Right.
So you know what this guy did? He went out and bought himself a generator, okay, a diesel generator. So what's the point? You know, there's a couple $1,000 spent on that plus the solar. Meanwhile, Mr. X and I are just burning fossil fuels.
I think the generator is the heart of your power system, but the 12 volt is a
Hey Janet, how you doing?
the 12 volt, you're using it every day in this life. You're using it to charge your laptop, your batteries. People are using it for cooking. They're using it for the refrigerator. They're using it for fans. You're using it more constantly. You're doing an off-grid lifestyle. You know, it's more important than you think. You have to continually keep your batteries up in order for things to work right.
And then you
It's
run
a challenge.
into long stretches where you don't have any sun, and it's crop. Is the water boiled yet or what?
Yeah, I think it's getting hot. Let me go check it.
I'm getting a Cafe Bustelo today. He tried to feed me Folgers when he's got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very old school. I love 120. That's all I love 120. No coffee yet. How you doing, Joe Smith? No coffee yet. Yeah, I don't usually have coffee in the afternoon. Yeah, double the voltage, right, Harvey? Half the amperage. Look, man, any voltage can kill you, right? If the amps behind it are big enough. Problem, if you hit 240 with high amps on 240, your muscles seize up. You can't let go of the wire. So there's your problem. That's why you die, and it just goes right to your heart, and boom, that's it. You're done.
Let
Right.
that brew for a few minutes.
That's the problem with 240. You can't let go.
Ugh.
Once you get the death clutch of 240 volts and high amps, you're done.
Folder's garbage. Yeah, this is the song. Best part of waking up at the rancho is Hill Brothers in your cup.
He always laughs at the Hill
official-
Brothers coffee, the official coffee of the.
The official Rancho Cut Tri-Tip. The official Rancho Coffee
noodles,
Hills Brothers.
ramen noodles.
The official Rancho salad. Okay, I'll tell you guys what it
Box
is.
salad. Spring
Organic
mix.
spring greens, shredded carrots, and Thousand Island dressing, and 2 tablespoons of salt.
I
The
use
official.
2 tablespoons of salt.
Yeah, you do.
No, I use a shake. You're the one that triple salt stuff in your cooking. Are you kidding me?
That's the official.
So you getting excited about Vegas now?
Well, it's going to be cold.
Right,
It's going to be
Elijah.
cold in the nighttime. It's going to be nice in the daytime. I'm excited about checking out some cheap, good ethnic food. I guess. I mean, you know, you got Latino food all over the place. It's prevalent. So, I don't know if I would say I'm excited. I don't know what there's to be excited about.
Back in the bright lights and the neon, man.
I'm not. I don't know. There's
Like, nobody better come up to me.
there's nothing to be to me. There's nothing to be excited about because there's nothing exciting about Vegas. I'm excited about Tijuana. You want to ask me what I'm excited about? I'm excited about Tijuana. To check
man.
Tijuana out. I'm excited about showing everybody the van build, but there's nothing exciting about Vegas because it's the same old, same old.
Well, there's a special convention going on down there, isn't there?
There's a special, that is pretty cool, the AVN convention. I don't know where people are going to be.
That totally turned them around.
But
yeah.
I don't know where exactly people are going to be hanging out or what's going on there. I think that's pretty cool that that's going on there. But as far as Vegas itself, yeah, I think it's exciting that the AVN is going on.
Yeah, the top part of the van, we're already exploring compounds and things because it is fiberglass, it has to be treated specially up there. But I'm leaving most of the exterior stuff to Marshall, but, you know, he wants the toolbox removed and, you know, he's still talking about a Max Air fan and I'd like to send Mr. X up the ladder.
Well, the whole part of Rosie.
Marshall, call 911.
Rosie really hasn't done. The only thing at the exterior thing that Rosie's doing is the LED lights.
Yeah,
there's nothing been done to the exterior.
Services, man. I'm not a detailer out there popping rags on a rig. Are you kidding?
The Max Air fan would be an interior and exterior item. Really, that's a two-way thing, you know. But,
Marshall will be happy to be out of his current captive state. Yeah, Las Vegas is like freedom, man. Hot Frog said it is freedom.
Yeah, I think that
freedom's just another word for not being held hostage.
I think we need a little break to kind of clear our minds a little bit.
Marshall said the last couple of days were mind-numbing with the electrical.
Yeah, anything can be cool to clear our minds. We do need a break. We haven't been anywhere since October. But the other thing is, that would clear our minds, but to say the word excited, am I excited about to go to Las Vegas? I'm happy. I'm excited about going to Tijuana. I'm excited about showing everybody the rig when the rig is done. There are certain things that I'm excited about. I'm excited about exploring Mexican border towns. I'm excited about going to Los Angeles. Why? Because I've never been there before. I can't say that the word excited is a very strong word. I'm not excited about going to Las Vegas. I'm happy to go to Las Vegas. I've been there before. I know what to expect. I know what's going on. I'm happy about it, but I'm not excited about it. I'm excited about the AVN awards. I'm not sure everybody's gonna hand out, but that's a strong word to use. Happy and excited.
You're not going to see your hero Ron Jeremy's been banned from.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a you know. Now Rosie's excited. I think you know what's exciting, Rosie. Exciting is when you have the element of you don't know what's going to happen. Like when I was in Mexicali. You didn't know what was going to happen. Some guy came out with a baseball bat. The cops were out there
chasing dogs with a baseball bat.
That's what was exciting when you don't know the element of surprise. I didn't know what's going to happen. You got your sugar in there?
Yeah, I got my sugar. Okay. I just need a little bit of.
So there's no element of surprise in Vegas because you've already been there a billion times. You already know what to expect.
I always have a good time, though. You know. Yeah, that's right. Well, I am one, Richard. So, oh man. All right. Yeah, coffee time. Man, what a job. What a job. Freedom's just another word for being off the rancho. Do, 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 do.
Heck. Let's see. Cafe Costello. Yeah.
Sometime I gotta go try to go live on that Chromebook, you know?
On that Lenovo, and us.
Yeah, to see it. I'm talking about the Chromebook and the Lenovo, the ThinkPad. Yes, they did, Olivia. Yep. Or Los Angeles. Take your pick.
Yeah.
We could end up going to LA. I don't know. Yeah, because we wasted the chance to go to Reno. So that we blew that. The South Pole.
But I put light cream.
Yeah, I appreciate the donors. Very kind. I have several. That looks great, Marshall. Thank you. I have a couple 3-5 very excellent donors. It also enjoy Marshall, so it's not just me. I'm not sure about chooching in the snow, Janet, to tell you the truth. Not really much of my thing. Lenovo could be secret, collects information on searches. I don't know. I don't know, Joe, about that. J-O-E, not Joe Smith, but you know, I think it'd be cool to try to go live from the pad, but I don't know if you can do that on YouTube, or they consider it like a computer. I know you can go live on the cell phone, although I still use Streamlabs like I am today.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you could experiment with that Lenovo, see what it could do. I wonder if we go live on it or Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to try it. There's Janet Fields in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Janet?
Better get that dinner on the table. Rattle them pots and pans.
Yeah, but
Oscar told me he likes to sit down to a hot meal.
to our dinner.
Working man.
So,
so those 40,000
so Rosie,
volts every day.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh, here we go.
Tell me what you are excited about in 2020. That's a very strong word.
Traveling
Excited.
a lot.
What are you
It
excited
doesn't matter whether Vegas or LA.
Okay.
You know, 'cause ultimately, if we end up going to LA,
Right.
you'll still complain about
Right.
LA, and you'll tell me, well, that's what I do. I'm supposed to be a critic of things. I can't.
Right. What am I supposed to be like? D-Dubs? Don't complain about nothing? Just stone face? Yeah, Rosie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I mean,
But I like to travel. I like to be on the road. You know, I also cherish the times I don't have to be in the van. If somebody sponsors a trip, then that makes it nice. That means that you get to have a hotel, and it makes it kind of nice. You know, it's a little too cold to be in a van in Vegas at nighttime.
The only time that I saw you excited in all of 2019 was when you were in Toronto and you walked into the dim sum restaurant. you felt like you were excited. I sensed that in you. I just sensed
like
it.
when you went to the Ishtar.
Right. So the word excited is very strong. You can say happy, but I was excited to be in my people. I was excited to go to Tijuana. That's that level that I like to be excited.
See, I think the nice thing about Vegas, you can choose your layer of entertainment. If you want really high dollar, $800 bottle service at the Tao Lounge
Right.
in the Venetian Hotel and Casino, you can do that.
Right.
You can get $1,200 bottle service Bellagio Fountainside out there.
Right.
Okay. Or you can be down off of Fremont Street with $3 Sapporo Tallboy and having a great
Right.
time. Yeah. So you can pick your level of cheap.
Right.
Me, I'm all about a cheap fun in Vegas.
And we found all those restaurants on Tropicana. They
Yeah.
look like they're good, pretty good and cheap. But
You never know till you go over. Right?
yeah, yep. But hey, if a person, like I said, I'm not knocking it. If a person likes a place, I could go to Tijuana every day. Just like I could live in San Diego, because if somebody likes something, they like something. I'm not knocking it. Go for it. You know? Just like I like the van life. I like Class B's. You know? So I'm not knocking Rosie on that. She's always going to have be part of her rotation, or, you know, Reno and Vegas. I'm surprised that she doesn't even move there. I wouldn't be surprised if Rosie sold the rancho and moved to Vegas, or I wouldn't be surprised at all. It wouldn't shock me at all. You know? But I think when it comes to the street shooting and what you're doing, there's so many other places. There's New Orleans, there's Seattle. This is a big country. And to just zero so much down on
Well,
Vegas.
I don't have days to get on a plane and fly somewhere unless I'm in.
This is a
go
huge
to
country
Hawaii
we're living
for 2
in.
weeks
Yeah.
or something like that.
This is a
Which
huge
is
country
still
we're
a
living in.
possibility. By the
You know,
way.
I've walked in New Orleans. I've walked in
According
Key
to our
West.
sponsor, that's a distinct possibility, but that would be further down
Yeah.
the road. But
If Rosie can concentrate on value and getting stuff cheap in Vegas, then it's worth it. You can get a good deal on a room, good deal on food. Don't spend a lot on drinks, and you might be a winner in the end. But it ain't going to beat Mexico. Nothing
you
will
like
beat.
the chicken salad at the 7-Eleven.
Well, yeah, I mean, Rosie's always
The
a
most
gun.
ghetto 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I would. If I left, I would go to a buffet. You know, Rosie's always in a hurry, so you know. So
Oh man, coming to Gulf Coast, Texas. Love it down there.
but the thing with Vegas, the
Kit Kat
weather.
agrees with you. She says it's a busted big wolf tourist trap, Vegas.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why it's nice to find the places that are non-touristy. That you get a better deal, you know. The buffets are overpriced. The hotels are even starting to go up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like places with culture. I want to see people. I want to see culture. I love culture. And Los Angeles has that. They've got all the little cultures. It's kind of like Chicago. I want to try, you know, that's what's nice about it, you know. You have all the other stuff that people go through, the Hollywood stuff, you know. But, and this is prime season right now. The weather in Los Angeles is a little bit warmer than Vegas. It is still kind of chilly, you know. But this is prime time. It's January. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. Everybody follows their bliss, you know.
Follow your bris.
Follow your bliss. Do what you want. Do it. Makes you
Yeah,
happy.
LA is like the homeless culture, yeah, down there.
But
Which is fine by me. I mean,
the Iranian people are people who enjoy food. It's a beautiful culture. You know, there's a reason why they picked Los Angeles, why they came to Los Angeles and settled in Los Angeles, you know. You know what I'm saying? So,
I like the pistachio nuts.
the pistachio?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you like about it?
Iranian pistachio nuts.
Oh, the Iranian.
Yeah, good ones.
Yeah. But yeah, I just you know.
Otherwise, I can't really relate to any real culture of Iran at all.
Okay, like my mental perspective is, I want to understand
Even though
why.
it's Persia is what it used to be.
As a Middle Eastern person, I want to understand why Armenians, Persians, Assyrians, Lebanese, why they choose to live in certain cities, because it's my culture. Why they pick the city? What's the good thing about it, you know? So
It's time to head to Modesto.
well, see, that's kind of boring, but I know that my
He
people
hasn't
are
even
there.
been there.
Right. So I didn't really get a chance to explore El Cajon. Everything in San Diego was at the beach. I didn't get a chance to see that, you know. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, everybody's going to do what they want at the end of the day.
JK said slap you.
But,
I looked a lot
like,
into Vegas. It's not really pool season anywhere right now, so I'm not really giving up a lot down there. I could really give a hoot about the adult video. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'd rather do it than watch it. That's always been my philosophy. So it doesn't really do much for me. So I can take it or leave it.
like right
I'd
now,
rather be down there when it's hotter than you know what than down there when it's cold. So tonight we'll look at the flip side of LA. This I'll do probably something late, and then we'll dig into LA, which is as I said, the worst fear is for me. You get down there and Marshall's like, oh man, this is bad. You know, don't like LA at all, and then just complains about it. You know, like you need to have an agenda of things that you want to do.
well, like you said,
You
there's a
can't
lot
wake
of
up in the morning and say, well, you know, what are we going to do, right? You need to know exactly like what you want to do.
there's a lot of requirements.
Like I'd like to
so-
see the Angelus Temple, where Sister, you know, where the first real religious preacher, minister, big national one, Sister Amy Samphir, Saint. Yeah.
I think what's cool, okay, like what you did with the cinematic experience in Tijuana, that was pretty cool. But I want to see you do a cinematic experience of Tehran Angeles, of Armenia. I want to see you do like the cinematic, like you did Tijuana, but copy that format and do it with Chinatown, Los Angeles. Do it with Tehran Angeles. Show people the cultures that are in these big cities. You know, show people culture.
If we go to LA, you have to promise me one thing, and the
Yeah.
people will hold it to you. You got to have an agenda.
Okay.
You can't be free floating, or LA's too big to be free floating.
It's too big, yeah.
You either skim the cream off the top, as most people do when you're a tourist the first time in LA, you hit the high points. And then you go in second time, maybe balls deep on the cultural stuff. So you have to define. It's a big city. It's like going to New York, and like, what are you going to do when you go to New York? Well,
Right.
I want to take a ferry up the East River. You know, I want to go over to hang out in Hoboken, or go over to Brooklyn and have a brick oven,
Right.
the wood-fired pizza and Junior's cheesecake, and
Right.
go down to Katz's Deli in Manhattan and all those things. You got to have an idea, or go over to over where Brighton Beach is, Neptune Avenue, over that way, and Coney Island. You have to have an idea of what you want to do.
Right.
George,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah. I
When-
know
when-
exactly what.
Right.
Yeah.
When
I
you-
tell you, Marshall, I know where to go. I know where the good
Right.
food is, cheap gasoline. I know
I'm-
where you can boondock and.
Right. I'm interested in Tijuana to see the industrial working man side of it, all the upholstery shops, and wonder where all that's at.
Hey, Sig, how you doing?
But I just think that, you know, Los Angeles is big, it's spread out, you know what I'm saying? And it just takes time.
I'm sure if we wanted to go to San Diego, that wouldn't be an issue. But I'm just saying.
But the thing with Rosie, with being on the road doing the van life, you know, you have to be really careful about where you're parking at, and that's the number one thing is safety. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I said, I wish she would show, Rosie would show. She shows more. I'm not into touristy stuff. I like culture, ethnic neighborhoods. You know, that's what I love. I love that and nightlife. Rosie likes to show more of the historical places, and she likes historical places and what else do you like? Historical and stuff like that. Buildings. She likes buildings, historical places, touristy places, kind of. But I want to kind of shift her a little bit, just a little bit. Shift her into culture.
Going down on a Wednesday and coming back on a Sunday. So
I'm trying to shift her content a little bit from the historical places and touristy places to more nightlife and ethnic. Kind of just make that a little bit of a shift. Like just nudging her, you know? So, the fun thing about Tijuana, it had a combination of everything, you know? So, yeah, you really haven't showed. You haven't showed in Los Angeles any other places. Tehran Angeles, Little Armenia, Chinatown. Have you showed any of these places?
no,
Have you showed any of the nightlife?
no.
What have you shown when you went there? I don't know. I don't even remember you showing anything. I'm just trying to remember.
When Jen and I were there, we did some videos. We did
On the Walk of Fame, I think.
yeah, we went live on the walk, and we did.
Oh, I remember there were some homeless
yeah,
people.
I would
right?
only be doing probably one live a day,
Right.
and trying to do more recorded content down there.
Didn't you, were Jen was in her wheelchair and you were going down the sidewalk and there was a bunch of homeless people?
Yeah,
I remember that.
At a lot of points in LA.
Yeah. A lot of points. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we had to push out on the street with heavy traffic and stuff, and then
Right.
you can't even use the sidewalks because they put power poles right in the middle of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Down at Grand Central Market, which is a really nice place to go into down there, and they had the Angels Flight across the street from it.
Right. But you didn't do much though. You just kind of skimmed
We
it.
packed a lot into a couple days. You know, with Jen, I have to moderate how much I can do in a day.
Right, yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, that's what would be you know, I think it'd be fun to see that. You know, and with the Tijuana video, it captured a little bit of everything, and that's what was fun about it. Make a video of LA, some of the culture, some of the food. You could do it for nightlife.
You know me, I break it up into night.
Right,
You know,
night and day.
Yeah, night. You know, a night in LA, a cinematic experience, and then you do a day in LA.
A day in LA,
like
yeah.
I did Venice Beach. You remember my Venice Beach? I did a cinematic video on Venice Beach.
Right. Because night and day is different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, if you come in the right time and you don't have a lot of traffic on the freeway, and you come up the San Pedro Freeway into LA, it's really gorgeous coming in. It's a great view, and it's very cinematic when you're coming. But you got to make sure that all the windows are perfectly clean, and you know, you got to care about the quality of what people were seeing. On your van, that was a problem in Toronto. The windows were so smeary going down at nighttime. It was just like
right.
You know, looking through Vaseline. So.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's why I like New Orleans, because it had that culture. It had that ethnic culture and.
See, I got nothing out of New Orleans at all. I couldn't wait to get out of New Orleans.
To get out of New Orleans?
I like the Baton Rouge because I enjoy more history. And,
yeah.
There was a real Louisiana culture down in Baton Rouge, north of New Orleans, that I didn't have. New Orleans has its own subculture down there. You know, it's a whole.
Right.
It's distinctly different than Baton Rouge up there.
Yeah.
which is a good thing. So, my grandfather was New Orleans, I guess what they call it.
I think if you use the drone for cinematic, it would be better. It would be probably a little bit better than just by hand, by camera. I think maybe Rosie could use the drone more and incorporate that into cinematic. I think it'd be more entertaining.
Yeah, the thing with the drone is you don't. I want to get away from doing defined drone video. And the thing is, you put the drone as part of a cinematic. You know. And
Oh, part of it.
Yeah, and then it just surprises people when it happens. You know, although solo drone flights are fun.
Right.
You can imagine flying around the Hollywood sign and all that kind of thing would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Up in the Hollywood Hills and the canyons. I mean, I flew it over. We flew it over like Sherman Oaks up in that area and Coldwater Canyon and around there.
Now, people might say that the driving choo-choos are boring. A lot of people like them. I think it's maybe 50-50. You know, I think we saw more. You know, you see more during the driving, so. But I think it's 50-50. You know? Because to me, I'm more interested in learning the city than just talking to people on the street. I'm just more interested in that. I think that's what travel is all about, is learning the geography, learning the city, as opposed to just, you know, talking to people on the street. You know?
Yeah, but I don't have as much interest as you do in zeroing down on where's the, you know, the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ and then burning up hours just going around wasting time from this area to that. I don't get anything out of that.
Right.
You know? I like when you pre-choose a destination and then you go to it and then you have that experience.
Right.
In other words, you find the top place and you just go there.
Right. So, yeah. But yeah, I think Rosie, like I said, when she uses the word excited, I think she'd be excited to go back to China because she loves China. I think she'd be excited to go to places that she hasn't been before in her life. Maybe the Middle East,
I'd like to go
China.
back to Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'd like to go back to the Philippines.
But, you know, Tijuana.
Taiwan. Yeah, I can kind of take it or leave Taiwan.
Right.
You know. Korea.
I think
Japan.
you can travel to make you happy. When we go a trip to Vegas, yeah, it'll make us happy. We're getting out of this rut of working on the van and just being locked up here at the rancho. I feel like I'm in a jail here.
Yeah,
I'm locked in.
I
can't.
Where they're improving the quality of your life while you're jailed.
Exactly. But I haven't left the rancho since I got here. You know, but I'm grateful for it. But at the same time, like I said, we got to do something to make us happy, to lift up our spirits up. But getting excited for something is a whole different thing. Getting excited is a whole different thing. Now, excited and happy is two different things. Now, you people can say you don't like to drive in choo-choos.
That's what our sponsors. There's 3 people that are really good sponsors on the channel. I have a lot of great friends on the channel. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But there's people that really like to see me on the road. They like to see Marshall on the road, so they encourage. And I kind of pushed this person away. They were this one person because they really wanted to go to Reno and have the Reno experience. And of course, Reno didn't pan out for whatever. So, the brass ring, the ring doesn't come around too often. You got to grab the brass ring when it comes around. You can't keep saying no, I can't do it. You know?
According to the numbers from what I've seen you do your choo-choos with D-dubs. Walking the driving choo-choos that we did got way more views. Go back and look at them. Look at the views. 5,000-6,000 views on the hangout. 8 hours. They went longer. They went more people watching.
I'm willing to drive surface streets of LA. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You know,
there's a
lot to see there.
Yeah. If people weren't interested, the view counts wouldn't be higher. I could go back and people are watching it.
Yeah, people enjoy travel videos.
And yeah, travel will beat anything.
Wrong. I mean, we want people to watch. That's a good thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Travel
So I
beats
don't want to
everything.
say no again. And yes, I am tired of working on the van. I feel like we passed a huge, by the time the trip comes
Glad you got the electrical stuff done, Rosie.
All right. Thank you very much. I don't know. Brary, thank you, Brary. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So,
But everybody
yeah,
loves
let's
travel.
try to keep it nice, people, okay? We don't always have to, bash people. We're just talking here today, okay? Please.
My simple point is, Rosie, everybody loves travel. Man, woman,
Yeah.
transgender, married couple, everybody loves it. Everybody's
Yeah.
going to watch. It's going to beat anything else. It's going to be drama. It's going to be panels. It's going to be anything. They love travel. Any kind of travel. Doesn't matter how you do it. So, people
So
like
LA
that.
could be a possibility. What I want to do tonight, later, I want to get the Lenovo pad out. I want to sit there and go over some things that I think, if you go to LA,
Right.
don't try to pick 10 things. See, that's a losing proposition.
That's too many
Because
things.
getting in your mind, you're going to be spending a lot of time in LA in the future. So you don't have to feel like you could destroy your experience by spending 5 hours a day on the freeway. You
No,
know,
yeah, we want to get a
yeah,
preview.
you want to like pick 3 things over 4 days that you want to do, but you want to leave plenty of time for random exploration. Like, what's it like South Central? You know, have to take people down to where the riots were, the Rodney King, and this is the place where, yeah, I mean,
Yes,
people
yeah.
enjoy. You know, what's it like now? What's it like today? This is why I like to take a historical perspective.
Yeah.
This is where the Zoot Suit riots were in the 1930s and 40s, and this is, this happened here at this state. And yeah, go over to Venice Beach. Like you'd love Venice Beach. The cultural, the kookiness, the free spiritedness of people that are like F the man and living in the van.
Living in the van.
Well, Marshall might never leave. he might
Venice
go to
Beach.
Venice Beach and say, "This is."
Well, we want to
it."
get a preview. We want to get
Well,
a
that's what I'm
preview
saying.
of what
So
it
the
is.
worst thing you can do
Yeah.
is go in with some highfalutin tourist agenda.
Yeah, no.
So you need to cover. You do have to spend a lot of time in a vehicle in LA. You have to just resign yourself to the fact that you're going to do 100 miles a day in a vehicle.
You
in
have
LA.
to, yeah, more, yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is that what's fun about the preview? And you saw I was previewing things in Mexico, and that's what I want to do. I like that, but it's fun to see that, man. It's fun. I had a lot of fun this year, but.
So in a way, I feel like Vegas. The only reason I
Yeah.
wouldn't really go to Vegas right now is you'd be paying resort fees at places that pools aren't even open. You're wasting your money. They're still collecting big resort fees, even though
The pool is too cold for the pool.
Yeah, it's
They're all
too cold.
closed.
They're not
Yeah.
going to heat these.
It's 32
Yeah,
degrees,
that's
35.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're wasting it, and I enjoy my time out there. So it'd be wasted on me. So
I think for you, Vegas would be more of a
Vegas
better when you go to a
begins in
pool.
May.
Go to the pool, when it's hot.
Vegas begins in May,
Yeah.
and not really before.
Right, your timing
May.
is off a little
The
bit.
timing's off.
Because you want to go there in your bikini.
I
and
think
go
that,
out.
well, the problem is that I also want to get away from the rancho. I've been here since October.
Right.
Yeah, I took a trip down to LA, a targeted trip over Thanksgiving. That was
Right.
fun. That was a good time.
Right.
But as far as doing the touristy thing, like I enjoyed Maselli's Italian restaurant down there off of Hollywood Boulevard. It was great.
It was great, yeah.
So you got to give a little bit and get a little bit.
Well,
I enjoy.
when I see Rosie O'Kelly, yeah, I do see Rosie O'Kelly in Vegas. But when you see Rosie O'Kelly in Elvis Travels, we fit in Los Angeles. It's Hollywood, man. It's LA.
It's Hollywood,
it's showtime.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's right
Oh
up
my
there.
God! Do a polar plunge? Are you kidding me, Scarlett? Oh, jeez, I could never do a polar plunge.
I think LA and Vegas are
I think my
side by
nipples
side.
would turn to steel forever if I did a polar plunge. My nipples would just.
I know. Okay, now you mentioned the bikini. That's a perfect thing. It would be fun. It would be more fun to go with you, like you said, to a place when you're in your bikini. We're at a pool somewhere. That would be a more fun environment. You got the weather. You're enjoying yourself.
Right.
But when it's cold and you have to bundle up,
I can't enjoy myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's kind of like you said, what's the word you use? What's the word for 2020? The 2019-20 synchronicity is off on that.
Right. So follow the weather a little bit. Like
The synchronicity.
follow the weather a little bit is what I'm saying. That's the thing, you know. Now, if they have an indoor pool, that's a different story.
I don't chase stuff like that. If it's not outdoor,
Right.
I'm not in there. I'm not an indoor person. I'm a sunshine person. To me, it's
Right.
not important this time of year. To me, the important feature is getting out of here for a week. You know, for 4 or 5
Clearing our heads a
nights,
little bit,
getting
yeah.
out of here, clear,
Yeah.
and getting some mileage down, going 350 miles away, and
That
having
clears
some
your
fun.
mind. It makes you
Clears
feel
your
good.
mind,
The,
yeah.
the Vegas trip helped us out. We needed it. We were,
Yep.
you know.
Because
But-
we've come over, and by the time we go there, the van will be
So-
mostly done anyway.
So, in a nutshell, you kind of agree and say Rosie O'Kelly enjoys herself better in hotter weather. You would
Oh,
say,
absolutely, absolutely.
It's a
From
common-
April to November, and then they'll just shut it down from
That's prime
November
time.
to through March. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's Rosie.
So I'll see tonight. I'm going to try to see about L.A. You have South Central. You have, of course, Skid Row and all those famous places down there, and interesting content. The good.
Well,
and
you're
the-
kind of
every
familiar with
city
it.
sh-
You're
every-
you've been there
every
many times,
city
yeah.
should be the good in the hood. You know?
Right.
But Beverly Hills, aren't a lot of people going to be interested in Beverly Hills, right? I mean, it's just like
Rich.
you just see houses standing there. You never see people outside. It's not like I can go over here to McDonald Avenue and see the same
things?
same things,
Okay.
you know, and all that. So,
RV Debs was talking about that.
Yep.
On, but
let's see.
yeah, I just.
What is
Yeah.
try devils? I'm not sure what devils is. What does that mean? Try devils on.
Oh, you know what, Rosie? You know what I thought about? I want to tell you about this place. I was in Florida. It was no, when I was going up the East Coast in 2016. Have you heard of a town called Delray Beach, Florida?
I've heard of it. yeah.
Okay, it's on the East Coast, and I was coming up A1A, and it was hot. And they had this bar there. You can look it up. It's called Sandbar. And they had all these hot women in their bikinis. Everybody's in their bikini, but they're in the bar, and it's across A1A facing the water, and they're all drinking. If you went there in your bikini, that would be fun as heck. Because I'm telling you, there's probably about 300 people, right? And I could picture myself, Rosie there, with her things, with her bazookas just hanging out, and just laughing with her smile and just drinking. That would be fun. Could you imagine yourself at a place like that?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But I never seen
Absolutely.
a place like that. Maybe there are places comparable in San Diego like that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, there was about 300 people out there.
Yeah.
People in their bikinis.
San Diego has some legendary beach
Bars, yeah.
down there
I
and
could see
stuff like
Rosie
that.
one of those. So.
But
it doesn't get that hot
Boca
inside.
Raton. There you go. Got to
Delray
finish it all.
Beach. Look up Sandbar.
Yeah, bazookas. There we go. Oy vey.
That would be fun.
Jolie Army Mom's like, oy vey. Yeah, Marshall could pop his Speedo on and
That would be fun, you know.
do his thing.
And what the heck was that?
Probably a troll coming by and shouting out the rancho.
Where did that
There
come
goes
from?
Marshall out on the street there.
The street?
Yeah,
Let me see what's going on. That's kind of weird.
probably somebody just trying to snipe the stream.
Right, that's probably what they're
Yeah.
trying to do. Let me see. Were they on the street or the alley?
Yeah, the street out there.
Oh boy.
Man, is it going to be cold tonight, brother?
It's already cold now.
I know. Woo!
Well, hey, Rosie, what's the legendary beach bar in San Diego? Is there one?
I don't know. I don't know, Marshall. I never really. I was a worker bee for 46 years. I never had time like I do now to just hit the road and hang out at a place. I've never been able to do it before. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Man, what a job, guys. What a job.
Woo.
Oh, he went out something. Let's see what he's doing out here. Evil. That's funny. What was going on? Anybody out there?
No, there's nobody. I just want to know what's going on. Somebody's kind of weird.
Well, I've had people. Missy Jen was out there, and somebody rode by earlier today and screamed YouTube.
Really?
Went by, yeah.
And what kind of car?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what it
going
was.
on? I'm just wondering. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Well, we've been here for a long time. Oh, brother. Have to work on this thing, do some more work on this tomorrow. Boy, this thing was really screwed up when I got it. Refiberglass this and everything. Okay, Nathan. Oh my God, I hope you feel better, sweetheart. I'm sorry you got the flu. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't see you in the chat, Nathan. Hope you feel better. Nathan's dealing with the flu. This whole corner was gone up here. Still needs more work. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Nathan. No, Paul, that's a lot of my radio gear for doing restoration, vintage audio restoration. We're going to have to do some cleanup again tomorrow. We just get so busy. Here's the new trim that's going to go on. It's going to be nice. But I just tend to just throw stuff in here. We just grab electrical, grab what we can in here. So Jen has a Ford Escape, and I have my panel van, my 2016 Dodge ProMaster City. Yeah, I got a whole flow of stuff I got to work on. I got vintage audio stuff that's still in boxes here. Still haven't worked on Baldwin tube units out of organs. I promised them. I got churches in the Midwest that I'm work to rebuild their tube organs or electric organs. Signal generators, B+ power supplies, harmonic distortion analyzers, dual trace oscilloscopes, everything in here. Signal generator, sweep marker for alignment, all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah, that's Sony. If I had to choose, if I had zero budget for vintage audio, I'd be picking up these Sony STR units. These are great. These things are beautiful. You can find them in pristine condition. They never go bad, and they always hold their value. They're great units. Yep, the box is back on. I would lose this side of the rack and just fabricate, just cut this for, so this is just, it's a nightmare to have to carry this thing around.
This thing here?
This is
well,
awful.
Thing, you know what's nice about this? When I put my tarps on here to cover the gas cans, I strap the tarp on here to cover them. So, and
I
then
know. It looks so aesthetically horrific to have that on there, but it serves its purpose on there. And the body's coming along good, Marshall, on that. You started on the upper here. Let's talk about the fiberglass over here.
This is the place right here.
I thought you did it up here.
No, I did it on this side here. Right here. If you stand right here, you'll see what I'm talking about. I did this corner over here. You'll see the reflection coming off
Oh
this
yeah.
upper area right
See
here.
that? Yep.
This area right here.
Yeah. Looks good. Now this is where the rig was turned into a Krispy Kreme donut, right?
From the Zepp.
From the Zepp wax, Marshall detailed the whole rig.
Yeah.
And then poured the Zepp wax on instead of using a mop to carefully apply.
I messed up my, I did this whole job.
What you should have done is taken a mop and dip it into the Zepp and gone around instead of pouring it on.
That's what I did. I did it with the mop, but it still came
No,
down.
I mean you had to have the mop just barely wet with the wax. You know, you couldn't allow it to drip down or
But
become
that's what happened, is
it became a Krispy Kreme donut.
Right, all that has to be.
Yeah. Good night, Harvey.
But,
It was a crystal creek. Man, that was the first thing, was taking some of the goo off the front windows. So yeah, it was like became a Krispy Kreme donut. He did all that work, and it was just all wasted. Got the nice ghetto LEDs along the front. Have to keep things tasteful. Marshall, how did you feel? How did you feel when that Krispy Kreme came
down?
You were mad at Mr. You were mad at Mr. X, you know.
He got the idea from Camper Van Kevin. Camper Van
Yeah.
Kevin did the same thing, and it does shine up.
Yeah.
But the problem is, though, when it dries, it turns into a donut glaze. It looks like an iced donut glaze. And then plus, if you don't protect the body, all of it is going to come down onto the body. You know,
It's a nightmare.
I'll never use that stuff again. That's terrible to work with. It's a disaster, you know? It's just...
Poor Mr. X took a beating. Marshall talked about that for 2 years. The Krispy Kreme gooing of that goo. Thank you, Tina. I do love to laugh. I'm not laughing at Marshall. There's a lot of history here that you guys really don't know about, you know. I remember the first time I came here and worked on that water tank to change out that water fill. Now we don't even have a water tank there anymore, you know.
Right.
It's hard to believe. How long ago did we start this? October? That generator door. That ended up being a really nice feature. It's got a little bit of bird crap on it, but otherwise it's pretty nice.
I could brush that off.
Yep. But I mean, it's coming along good. The only stripe that has to be done is the main one. I don't know if these, I guess these clean up a bit, these lighter blue.
I think eventually
Thank you,
these have to be
Lauderdale
removed
lady.
you remove them with a heat gun and a wheel. And
Oh my God, I'm not gonna ever get involved in that.
And then basically
Never
you
in
have
a
to take
million years.
You have to take it to a place that does vinyl
Because as
striping.
soon as you commit, as soon as Marshall gets you to do one bit, he's like, man, you can't leave it like that. Now you got to do the whole thing. So if you don't do it, you're safe.
All this is vinyl. If you could,
Now Mr. X doesn't have to get down on his knees for this. He can sit here in his easy chair.
if I remove this with a heat gun and a wheel and take it to a vinyl shop and get it redone,
Oh man,
it'll look brand new.
unbelievable.
You know, that's
Yeah.
vinyl. It's not paint. People think it's paint. It's not paint.
Oh, okay. Looks like we got a couple people be waiting to see us in Beverly Hills when we get down there.
In Beverly Hills.
Are you going to give us a tour, or
Tour what?
I'm asking this person's in Beverly Hills.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, you guys coming to LA and stuff. So
Well, I had Glenn is down there, but I don't know if he hasn't been around a long time. Yeah, I think.
yeah, we're only going to do the main stripe. There's really I'm not sure the other one should clean up a bit, I think, but there comes a limit. There's just a limit of what you can do.
Right.
You know, most of this is just, did you ever try to clean them off, Marshall, or they're just,
It doesn't do nothing. It
Doesn't do anything.
Compound and wax. It doesn't do
Yeah.
nothing. The vinyl is destroyed. It's oxidized. It's any cleaner. It just bleeds off. It all has to be, to do it the right way. It has to be heat gun.
hi,
remove,
Augustine.
And then take it to a place that does vinyl and have them re-vinyl it. That's the right way of doing it. There's no other way. Am I going to put this back in here, right, Rose?
Yeah, I'm going to leave it. It can sit out tonight.
It ain't
It's
gonna
fine.
rain today?
It's not going to rain today. Even if it rained, what would it matter? It's plastic, man. You know, we got to do some shop cleaning up tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're losing track of the tools and stuff. So, all right.
Yep, I'm gonna order up some more stuff tonight. So I gotta get the buttons and the controllers and get what else do we need?
I don't know. I guess the next thing for me is to get the make sure I have enough slack in here. So let's go inside for a second. We need to get the dinette wall up now. We're all done with the electrical, so we don't have to stumble all that. Ugh, that's all done. Oh, that refrigerator! I'd like to rip that thing off the door, off the hinges. This is going to be next. These boxes are going to be put over. We're going to have the wiring harness. The only thing I got to make sure to be able to do is to make sure that when Marshall puts in his shore power cord, we may end up, Marshall, having eventually, I don't know if we're going to have to put a longer, I hope I don't have to cut a longer cord onto that. I'm so tired of electrical work. This is going to go under the dinette area. This just mounts up. It's no big deal. We got to make sure that the shore cord's going to always be able to come in.
Right.
But I think this might be a little short here. I don't want to short anything out, but
Right.
I'll probably have to put some butt connectors because this has got to go
Behind
you
the
know, we have
panel.
the 12. Yeah, those USB
Yeah.
and 12 volt has to be pre-installed before the panel goes on.
Yep.
All right.
The only
The
thing
next
left
thing
on
is
this
to put the
is
wall
maybe
down
I
and
could-
then a dinette in.
I need to get some sort of that rubber thing on the window needs to be. I need to do something.
Yeah, I
with that.
can't worry about that. That's not going to be something I'm going to be involved with. We'll leave that for Mr. X to take care of that in Florida. He'll look forward to doing that, won't he? Being
Right.
involved in
Oh
that.
yeah, definitely. He's gonna love to do that. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Anyways,
don't
I
leave anything for me to do, Marshall. Make
Yeah.
sure it's all done before it comes back to Chicago.
Yeah.
You know. Paul Cook, where are you located? He says he has a brand new deep cycle battery, paid $150 and on sell it to you for $75.
That's a big thing to do.
Hey, Janie.
Just tie in a
Janie
second
Buck
battery
says,
to-
hey, Rosie. Hey, Marshall.
Yeah.
We got to do this panel here. And then the last thing's done. I need to do restoration on all of these surfaces. This is terrible up here.
Right.
Just
Well, this
terrible.
got ate up here because I put the shower rod up here to hold the curtain, and
Right.
it got crunched in there. But,
Yeah.
you know,
It's just terrible.
a lot of people will take these and they'll cut
You
a new
might have
piece
a
of
long
wood.
strip. Well, you can lay a new piece of wood in, but it's
And
a
they'll-
lot of friggin' work,
Yeah.
you know. And at the end of the day, it may not be worth it. You should have put some Bluetooth music on with your music system in here, man.
Bluetooth?
Yeah,
I thought you were wrapping your stream up, Rose.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at all the work, and then last thing is just putting the flooring down, putting some refinishing touches on some of this over here.
We got to put the accordion door on. We got to
Yeah.
put the trim on panels. We've got to put this.
Yeah, the
curtain
panels.
on.
I'm going to let Marshall install the back panels. They'll have to be cut. But this bed is ready to be put together. And you're gonna have to get some new gasket material for around that door. Got to get that water pump secured now. We determined the house heater clicks on, right? So
Huh?
the house heater kicks on, right?
House heater, you got to have propane for that.
No, but I mean, we did hear the screeching of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
starting. You know, man, that was a lot of electrical work in here. When I look back at that, we haven't even finished the LED stuff. The first time Marshall hands me this mess. Yeah, you should know. Just hook it up. Just you're the electrical expert. Just hook it up.
Hey, if
just,
she
just
built
put
the
a
rancho,
hot and a neutral and just hook it up, man.
if she remodeled the rancho and did all the electrical, this should be a piece of cake to her, man. This is her. I'm the expert in Class B. She's the expert in.
Hey, Sammy Jacks, how you doing? Beautiful. Yeah,
Construction.
I did restoration on my own stuff, honey. Not to the extent of a gut and redo, but
If Rosie's on the road and anybody needs electrical on their.
yeah, the only thing I'll do on the road to help out is electrical. I
Electrical.
won't do any carpentry or anything like that. I won't do any plumbing, but if people want electrical, whether it's an extra outlet in the house or something like that,
Like that. Rosie's the
I'm
perfect
willing to do that.
electrical- She's the electrical
RV
contractor.
electrical. I'm not going to do car electrical. I'll be darned if I'm going to lean under a dashboard upside down and do all that. But yeah, thank you, Sammy. It's coming together. It's probably as ugly looking now as it's going to look. But let me tell
I'm
you,
looking
tomorrow
forward to doing
when this
radio.
dinette wall is hung, and get a few more butt connectors to get this box mounted in, and we got the foam for the seats. We got
That's all
the
ready.
seat covers
Yep.
have come. So it's going to be a whole new ball game when that's in. A whole new ball game. The plumbing is easy. The plumbing we don't have to change too much. He wants to have an outside. This is the wiring for. He wants to have an outside light so you can open the barn doors here
Right.
and you can have a light there. But he wants a hookup so that you can have an external connection to have a shower head, I guess, that goes on there.
Yeah, we do.
Which I
test
have
the
to
water
see it to
system,
do
too.
it. I can't, like now there's no hot water,
Right.
you know.
I
It's
gotta
only a
get
cold
that. Yeah.
cold water rig. Where's the part that has to be for the heater, for the hot water heater for the rig?
Right. There's this part here. It's this line that goes from here to here. I think it's like an assembly. Well, maybe it's this.
See, I don't even know if that is That doesn't even look like a nut, man. I mean,
well,
how do you
Mr. X
change?
says you can get this ferrule nut by itself because it chipped off from here to the ferrule nut. But I don't. When I looked it up online, you got to buy the whole thing from here. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's this whole. Well, no, from
Oh,
here.
I would say we're probably taking a week off for LA. You're probably 2 more weeks of decent work, 3 at the most. Marshall's got to come down this side and do the cleaning. We got to put we already got the feed for the awning LEDs here. We
Is that
have
okay out there in the water like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay.
We need to make sure it has a loop in it though, because of rain. You don't want it to. You want the rain to be able to come down.
You said you might want to beef up this gutter system. I don't know. Beef up
Actually, it's working good right now.
working
So.
okay, yeah.
You know, yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see Sammy Jacks, my girl Sammy Jacks. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is for.
It's for the propane. It goes in.
I mean,
That's your
propane.
burner. The flame is in there in this thing. You turn it on from here. The flame is in there. You have to actually ignite it. I think you put it on, and you bring your.
Well, this
flame
is more of a. This is not enough to bring propane in here.
I don't know what it's for. It's maybe electrical. I don't know. What it's
I
for.
don't know.
But Mr. X was inspecting it here, and he broke it. See? You see this thing here? And he's like, I'm not going to pay for it. It's a $26 part.
How did he break it?
He was expecting it for leaks, and it just chipped off. And I'm not paying for it. Well, all right, man.
It's like,
Now, yeah. I think the 2 other things, big things that are electrical, is if we're going to put the max air fan in and having that second battery. I need to have and think about it, before you put this up here, if I was going to add some more batteries down here, 12-volt batteries under this dinette, you didn't run any electrical for that. But that's a whole other thing.
well, I just
That's
didn't.
something in the
It's just.
That's something in the future.
Most
but-
people are going to mount it up front and then run the wire
Yeah.
back to hit the. It has to be hooked up in parallel, not series. So
Yep. So
that's a long run, but it's okay. I mean, I would have preferred to put it in the back somewhere near this one, closer to tie it in. Just jumper the positives and negatives together and call it done.
you know,
On
I
here,
believe I've had
this
battery-
cleaned up good, Marshall.
Yep. Now I do have to try to get the gasket for this in the back. Now I've had, you talk about batteries. I've had batteries explode on me front and back.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't want a battery
No,
rounds
I don't
exploding
know
in your coach.
why you would ever have a battery explode
I've had all kinds.
unless you miswired something for a moment or accidentally cut.
Well, they crack. There's. Yeah,
How?
I've had
I've never seen in my life. I've
that-
never
I
had
that
a
one that
battery
cracked. I got acid
explode.
all over the place. It was a mess. And then I've even had the front one where it leaks. It leaks acid. You
Not
don't want
leak,
battery-
but explode.
Well, yeah.
Because
Well,
you're buying cheap batteries, man.
hey, that's what it is.
I mean, I bought Windy City. You pay up for the battery.
That's
You
right.
know.
So, but anyways, so yeah, I don't want to get too much into Vanville with live. I want to do a lot of pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah, that's
so,
fine.
you know,
It's
but-
good. I don't care. All right, guys. Well, thanks. I'll see you for baking for Australia tonight. I'm going to make a special Australian dessert. So I will see you sometime between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Tonight. And then later I'm going to be talking about LA. And because I need Marshall, because I'm making a decision tonight. Okay, because Marshall doesn't want to. So he doesn't like Vegas. I don't mind going to LA. LA is a cool place, but I want Marshall to have done a little research and say this is the top 3 items I'd like to see in LA. And then the rest can be cultural, Little Iran, and all that. I don't care about that. That's fine. I've seen everything you can see in LA. It doesn't matter to me. All right. Yeah, so peace out, everybody, and thanks so much.
All
Let's
right,
give
good
them
night,
a
guys.
big woo.